The Goodreads Choice Awards have been announced and it is time to pick our TBR. But before we select all 13 books that I'm going to be reading from this year's Goodreads Choice Awards nominees, let's head back to the day that they were released so you can see my live reactions. Hello, apologies for the bad lighting, but the Goodreads Choice Awards have just been announced. I got the email, so we're gonna take a look at them together. I'm pretty sure that I know what I'm doing for Goodreads Choice Awards this year. So we're gonna take a look at all the categories because I think I'm gonna be picking one book from each category. I feel like I am the most out of the loop that I have ever been going into the Goodreads Choice Awards. I feel like I'm so out of touch with 2025 releases since I haven't really been in the States at all this year. So let's go ahead and take a look. I wonder if there's going to be any new categories. I really loved having an audiobook category last year. I would love to see any new categories. I liked that they had a Romantasy category last year, so we'll see what they keep for this year. We're starting with fiction. My Friends by Frederick Bachman. I've heard of Frederick Bachman, I've heard of Jojo Moyes, but I don't know those books. I don't think I know anything on this list. I don't think I've even seen these titles. Like, I haven't even seen these covers. Dream Count looks a little familiar. Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, the first book that I recognize, and The Emperor of Gladness by Ocean Vuong. I didn't even know that was out yet. Okay. That's the fiction category. Moving right along to historical fiction. The Hounding was on my most anticipated books, so I really hope that I read that. This is a very weird book about 5 sisters in a small village in 18th century England whose neighbors are convinced they're turning into dogs. I love a weird book. Amity, The Amalfi Curse, The Lilac People, Good Dirt. There's a Taylor Jenkins Reid on here, and I don't think I know the rest of these. So, like I thought, I don't know anything. Okay, mystery and thriller. I'm curious to see, I know the second book in the Tainted Cup series came out this year, but I don't know if they would put that in mystery thriller or fantasy. I think it was in the fantasy category last year. Reese Witherspoon wrote a book, and I didn't even know about that. Dan Brown has a new book out. Okay, the second Vera Wong is on here. There's a Holly Jackson on here. There's a John Grisham on here. There's a Frida McFadden, Richard Osman. 2 Frida McFaddens on here. That's so interesting. Elisa Jewell, S.A. Cosby. Oh my god, there's 3 Frida McFaddens on here. This girl's writing so many books. A Karen Slaughter, Gillian McAllister, and John Mars. I didn't know John Mars had a new book out. Did I know John Mars had a new book out? You Killed Me First. It's 5th of November and a woman awakens to a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Sounds like a bonfire night vibe. Interesting. Moving on to romance. There's a Kennedy Ryan on here. When we finally found the first book I have read, So You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, which I did greatly enjoy. Allie Hazelwood is on here, no surprise there. 2 Allie Hazelwoods on here. Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry's on here, which I have also read and did not love. There's Elaine Fargo. There's the 3rd book in the, what is it called? Blackbirds, Butchers and Blackbirds series. There's the 5th book. Oh my god. There's 5 books in that series already. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe was the first one, which I read and gave, I think, like 3.5 stars. But book 5 is apparently now out. They did keep Romantasy, so the next category is Romantasy. I'm glad to see Romantasy in its own category because I feel like romance was really taken over by the Romantasy girlies. So I've seen a lot of videos about Alchemized, so I might have to watch some of those videos. There's a Rachel Gillig on here. This is the author of One Dark Window, which I did enjoy, and I would be interested to read The Night and the Moth, which is a different series from her. The 3rd book in the Emily Wilde series is on here. I have not read the 2nd book. Allie Hazelwood is on here. The sequel to Bride. There's a Rebecca Ross on here. Oh, Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, which I really enjoyed. So I will be voting for that, I believe, in this category if I haven't read any of the other ones by the time the first round of voting closes. And the 3rd forthcoming book is on here, which I don't think anyone's surprised by. If you've read the first 2, let me know if you liked the 3rd one because I loved Fourth Wing, did not like the 2nd one, so I have yet to pick up the 3rd one. But I would be curious. I've heard the 3rd one is better. Okay, fantasy. Some Brandon Sanderson right off the bat. No one's surprised by that. Joe Abercrombie. Again, not surprised by that. Calabasas, Fire of Kwang. Very exciting. I just read that. We have Watermoon, which is on my TBR, but I think some people were maybe disappointed by Watermoon, unless I'm mistaken. Oh my gosh, The Strength of the Few is on here? That literally came out today. That's Shocking. I really want to read that. I really, really hope that's the book that I pick from this category because I want to read that book so badly. The first one is The Will of Many, and it is one of my favorite books I read this year. It's so freaking good. Okay, Red City. This is like I think this is like a crime mafia situation. This was on my most anticipated books of the year, I believe. Yeah, The Godfather meets the Magicians. So I would also be super interested in that. Actually, if I was having to pick a category, I might pick fantasy. It's got some really, this is a star-studded list. Barry Bones and the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab I would be interested to read. The Everlasting by Alex E. Harrow I would be interested to read. Obviously the third Legends and Lantes is on here, which I am really desperate to get to. I do not want to read the first 4 books in this Brandon Sanderson series to read that one though. I've not heard of this Joe Hill Alchemy of Secrets. Hemlock and Silver is on here, which I also loved and will probably be in my top 10 of the year. The Raven Scholar looks good. That cover at least is really beautiful. A Resistance of Rich. Oh, The River Has Roots by Amal Mochar. This is one of the authors who wrote This Is How You Lose the Time War, which is one of my favorite books of all time. Really want to read that. And A Drop of Corruption, which is the second book in the, what's it called? Shadow of the Leviathan series, but what's the first one? The Tainted Cup. Loved that. I read that for this Goodreads video last year. Okay, wow. So far, I think this is the one that I have read the most from. So I've read Catabasis, I've read Hemlock and Silver. Well, I've only read 2, but at least I know a lot of the other ones. Moving on to science fiction. I haven't read a lot of science fiction this year. Yeah, I don't know any of these. I don't even know these authors, which is exciting. Yeah, absolutely nothing in here have I ever seen before. Moving on to horror. What do I think is going to be in the horror category? I guarantee Witchcraft for Wayward Girls will be in here. What else has come out recently in horror? Maybe the new Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I think it's called The Bewitching will be on there. What else has come out this year? Did Paul Tremblay do anything this year? Oh, the Stephen Graham Jones Buffalo Hunter I would expect to be on here. And it is. There's also the new Ling Ling Huang, which I'm desperate to get to. This is the author. Excuse me. This is the author of Natural Beauty. I loved Natural Beauty. Give it 5 stars. One of my favorite horrors of all time. Would love to read that. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls is on here, which I did DNF. I really did not like that book, so I hope I don't have to finish it for this video. The second Bunny is on here, which I've heard very mixed reviews on. The Possession of Alba Diaz, which is by Isabel Cañas, is on here, which I really want to read. It's a possession story. There's a Chuck Tingle on here. Of course, a Stephen King. And The Bewitching by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Debut novel. I think one of these years I will read the entire debut novel category because I think it's really fun to read new authors. But I'm not anticipating knowing much, if any of these. Oh, Alchemized is by a debut author. That's very interesting. Yeah, don't really know any of those. And they do have the audiobook category again. That is really exciting. I am so curious how they choose the audiobook category because some of them, like this Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen obviously did not write that in this year, but this audiobook just came out. So things like that, I think they've taken the highest rated audiobooks. They've really looked for audiobook production quality. But then some of these, like, I just don't know if Alchemized really has that good of an audiobook. Maybe I'm just being a hater. Moving on to young adults, which I usually don't vote in or read because I am not a young adult person. So we are, oh my goodness, I cannot stop coughing. We're gonna skip that. General fiction, again, I'm not a young adult reader, so. Moving on to nonfiction. That one has a poop on it. In Shitification, interesting. A Book of Alchemy. Oh, the Abundance cover looks cool. Everything is Tuberculosis, which I read. Okay, moving on to Memoir. This is usually the category I'm the most scared of because I don't love reading celebrity memoirs. Cher's got one in here. I'm assuming the Kamala Harris one will be in here as well, which it is. And that is pretty much it. Okay, wrapping up, I think, with history and biography. Mark Twain. Okay, I'm not, oh, this I actually do want to read, How to Kill a Witch. Yeah, this is set in Scotland. I was hoping to read this while I was in Edinburgh and I just didn't have the time, but really, really interested to read this. So hopefully I will get to read this for this video. All right. And that, my friends, is the Goodreads Choice Awards for 2025. Very exciting. Let me know in the comments what you are going to be voting for. Have you read things in the categories? Is anything surprising to you? Is there anything surprising to me? There's no graphic novel section. There's no cookbook section for the lovers of the cookbook. They continue with the Romantasy and they kept the audiobook. So there are 15 categories, I will be reading from 13 of them because I do not read young adult. So opening round lasts until the 23rd, and then the final round is the 25th to the 30th. Winners are announced on December 4th. I definitely have read the amount that I thought I would have, which is almost nothing, but I have heard of and am excited about a lot more than I thought I would be. So that's very good news because I'm about to read 13 books in a very short amount of time. Okay, I will see you when I have figured out all of my categories and it's time to pick our TBR. Okay, it's been a few days. I'm in a different country. I'm in Switzerland visiting my grandma, which is very, very exciting. But it is time to pick our TBR for the Goodreads video. So I have these 2 boxes. I have all of my prompts in here and all of our categories in here. We're gonna pick 13 books that I'm gonna read in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So to start, let's pick our first category, which is going to be romance. What prompt do I want for romance? I think I would be happy with pretty much anything for romance. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh, I need to pick something I have never heard of, so let's go take a look at Goodreads. I have read Great Big Beautiful Life, and I'm not reading the 5th book in a series, but I could read The Favorites by Lee Fargo, First Time Caller, which is by B.K. Borson, who I have read from before. There's a lot of sequels in here. I don't want to read a sequel, which I think limits our choices very, very much. Okay, we have Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver, which I believe I know this author, but I don't know this book. Story of My Life by Lucy Score. I think I have seen The Favorites title at least and cover. So I think I'm not allowed to read this one. Yeah, this is the skating one. Okay, I'm not allowed to read that one. Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver. Let's see. This is the author of the Butchers and Blackbirds series. So I've heard of this author, but not of this book. So maybe let's see. I definitely have never seen If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. So let's see if this one is good. Small Town Golden Boy, Single Dad, Hot Baker. Oh my goodness, it's quite long. It's 512 pages. Interesting. Sounds like a very cute small town fall romance. Or I think the other one we could do is Story of My Life by Lucy Score. The reviews for that one don't look as good, so I'm gonna check out this last one, Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. There's a lot of really long romance on this list. This one's 432 pages. Oh, this one's fake dating. I think I'm gonna pick this one. It seems, I feel like in a lot of books and romances nowadays, most people are single, and this one seems to be full of happily married people at this work environment, and then our main character says that she's married in order to like be buddy-buddy with her boss. Oh, because she says her marriage is unhappy because she's not wearing a wedding ring, and so he sets her up with a marriage counseling situation. This sounds interesting. This is what I'm picking. Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. Okay, let's pick our second book. I kept our categories the same from last year because I really enjoyed them. So let's see what we're gonna read for sci-fi. So in here we have like lowest rated, lowest number of readers, something I've never heard of. I try to find the more obscure books for you guys because I know Goodreads time is a lot of reading really popular books, and I kind of want to find the diamonds in the rough. Okay, this one is, I can't read that. Is that upside down? Oh, I have to find a sci-fi book that I want to read based off of a 1-star review. I actually had a lot of fun doing this one in the vlog with you guys, so I'm going to save this one for the video, and we are going to move right along to our third pick. I like this one. I think this is a long one. It's probably, oh no, I thought it was history biography, but it is mystery thriller. I really don't want to get the lowest rated mystery thriller. I feel like if someone rates a mystery thriller really low, I'm probably not gonna like it. I love low rated horror. I love low rated literary fiction. I do not want to get lowest rated for this category. Oh, good. Daniel's going to pick this one for me.
The Crash. If they crashed a plane, I would choose that one, but it seems like they crashed a car. Well, you like trippy ones, and this looks kind of trippy because there's a bunch of doors. Ooh, Cabin in the Wilderness. Yeah, I like cabins. But there's a hurricane in the wilderness? How'd the hurricane get up there? She's young, she's alone, and she's covered in blood. Yeah.
This one? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me how it goes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't want to read this at all. This is by Frida McFadden, who wrote The Housemaid, and she has 3 different books in the Goodreads Choice Awards this year.
I'll give you a chance to
No. I
negotiate
have
me out
to
of
read it.
You have to read it, okay.
You picked it, I'm reading it. Okay, that's what I'm reading.
Okay, bub.
Thank you very much. Moving on. A chunky one. This one is history biography. I would love a prompt that lets me kind of pick whatever I want from this one, because this is a category that has a lot of stuff that I'm maybe not so interested in. What does that say? Oh, the library. Fantastic. I can just grab something from the library. So how this is going to work is I'm going to reserve every single history biography that is available from my library, and whichever one the hold comes up first for, I'm going to choose that one. If there are multiple that come up at the same time, then I get to pick the one that I want to read the most. Next, we are picking fiction. General fiction category. I'm not very scared of this one, so anything can kind of go. I get to read the shortest one, which is very exciting. Let's see what that is. The 3 Lives of Kate Kay is 294 pages, so that is what we have to beat. Cursed Daughters. Oh, this is the author of My Sister the Serial Killer. I would love to read this, but it's 384 pages, so we will not be reading that. Maybe our first one is the pick. We have a new winner, A Guardian and a Thief by Megha Majumdar, and this is 224 pages. Wonder if there's a novel out there that gives Cormac McCarthy's The Road a run for its money. Oh, it's climate fiction. Okay, very exciting. We have to double check that there's not, I don't think there'll be anything that is smaller than that, but let's double check. I'm losing track of the ones that I've looked at or not. I think that's all of them. As I was editing this, I did find one that is shorter. So 3 Days in June is what we'll be reading, and this author is actually from Minnesota, which is really cool. Oh, and she grew up in North Carolina. I'm from Minnesota, and I live in North Carolina now. A socially awkward mother of the bride navigates the days before and after her daughter's wedding. Which is funny because I got married in June. Sounds interesting. It's super, super short. I've never read from this author before, so I'm excited to give it a go. Next is this one. Historical fiction. This is probably the one I'm most scared of. I don't love reading historical fiction. So I would love something that gives me a little bit of choice, but I don't think most of these prompts give me any choice. Right, I have no choice. An animal is going to choose this for me. So I don't quite know which animal we are going to have pick this for me. I'm going to put a lot of options in front of an animal, and they're going to choose. We will see what animal I end up picking. My grandmother does have a cat and a dog, so if I have time, I will have one of them pick this before we leave here. If not, it might have to be a pig in Thailand, and that will be in the vlog. Next is, we haven't done horror yet. That's the one that I'm like most excited about, and fantasy too. We have audiobook. I love that they have an audiobook category this year again. I would love to pick, oh no, I can see it through the page. This is not what I wanted. I think I have to pick the lowest rated audiobook. Ugh. I'm really worried about this. What if it's Alchemized? What if I have to read Alchemized? Okay, so far Alchemized is the lowest at 4.51. 4.26 is Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. This is a Mormonism sister wife situation. Oh, Mel Robbins' The Let Them Theory is 4.07. I think that's gonna be what I end up reading. 4.06 is King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. Okay, Great Big Beautiful Life is 3.97, but I have read that, so we have to pick the next lowest rated. Okay, I guess I'm reading The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. I don't know why I can't seem to think straight today, but that is not the right book. The Let Them Theory has a 4.07 average rating, and King of Ashes has a 4.06 average rating. So I will be reading King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby, which is apparently a Godfather-inspired Southern crime epic. I have not read from this author before, so I have no idea what to expect. Moving on. I need a good one now. Romantasy. The category that I am probably the most scared of because, once again, I do not want to read Alchemized. let's see. I don't think I'll have to because this is the lowest amount of readers and that's quite popular. This will be on the number of ratings. So Assistant to the Villain, Accomplice to the Villain has 63,000 ratings. So I'm finding the book with the lowest amount of ratings, which right now is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy with 36,000 ratings. Usurped by Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, which has 18,000 ratings. Oh no. Okay, Our Vicious Oaths by N.E. Davenport has 1,470 ratings. Ooh, I don't think I want to read that one. I don't think there's gonna be anything with less ratings than that though, unless something like just came out. I'm scared. Okay, I'm reading Our Vicious Oaths by N.E. Davenport. What is this? A warrior princess and a vengeful king from rival fae courts. 528 pages. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Bound since infancy to be betrothed to the Hyperion High King, she has no choice but to do what men have chosen for her. Repulsed by the idea, she decides to spend one last night of freedom in the arms of a dangerous stranger who takes her to sexual heights she's never experienced before. Yikes. I'm terrified. I'm regretting everything. Please tell me you've read this book and that you enjoyed it because I'm very scared. Please let me know in the comments what I'm in for. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving on to spelling debut. What are we picking from the debut category? We are reading the winner of the debut category, which is very exciting. So obviously you won't know this until December 4th, so we'll find out then together. Next. Horror. I'm very excited about the horror category. Let's see what I'm reading. I really wanted to get lowest number of readers or lowest rated horror, but that's okay. Instead, we will read the one that my channel members pick for me. So I'm gonna go put a poll up on our Discord and you guys can pick. If you want to join my channel membership, we do reading sprints at least once a month and we have a Discord. We do a book club every quarter. Our next book club is early in December, so there's still time. If you want to join the channel membership, you can to vote on this and hang out with us for our book club. I feel like they're going to give me the best possible outcome. They're very, very nice to me, so hopefully I'll read something nice from the horror category. Next is fantasy. This is the category that I am the most excited for. Like, I've heard of the most amount of books in here, so there's lots of good options. And I get to read a 5-star prediction, which is so exciting. So, oh, this is so hard. I really desperately want to read The Raven Scholar, A Drop of Corruption, and The Strength of the Few, and The River Has Roots, and Red City, and Brigands and Bread Knives. This is going to be a very tough decision. I think I will probably end up picking this one in the vlog as well, because I think I might want to read the first chapter of a couple of these and just kind of see what I think is going to be a true 5-star prediction. But that's very exciting. I have so many things to choose from. Okay, only 2 left. This next one, I believe this will be, yeah, nonfiction. And nonfiction is going to be chosen by my horoscope. So we're going to open up CoStar, see what my horoscope is today, and that's gonna pick the nonfiction book. My horoscope is accept love, do starry nights, fairy lights, and French gardens, don't charm school tight lips and secret knock. Interesting. I feel like it's pushing me in a nature-y direction, so I'm going to pick The Serviceberry, Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World, which is by Robin Wall Kimmerer, who wrote one of my favorite books, Braiding Sweetgrass. So I'm very, very excited for this. And that means that we have to pick our very last book, which is Memoir, which I am scared of. I don't actually remember what the last one is. Oh, I think this is you guys' pick. Yeah. My subscribers are going to pick for me. So go to Goodreads, look at all of the memoirs, and pick a memoir for me. You can pick anything. If you want to be mean to me, you can make me read something you don't think I'm going to like. But you could also pick something you think I'm going to like. If you've read any of these memoirs, let me know what you want my thoughts on. I don't think I've heard of any of these besides the Kamala Harris, which I'm not super interested in reading. I love a topical memoir. If you want to give me a memoir that's like teaching us about things through the lens of their life, I would really love that, but you don't have to do that. Very exciting. That is the TBR for my Goodreads Choice Awards 2025. I know we didn't pick everything in this video, so there is still some surprises to come in the video. I'm hoping to have the video go live on December 6th or 7th, whatever the Sunday is. If I need more time to finish, because I did pick a lot of long books, then I might need an extra week to get it done, but it will definitely be out before Christmas. So let me know what memoir you think I should read, and if you're a channel member, feel free to leave a comment here, or you can let me know in our Discord what book you think I should read from that category as well. All right, and that is it from me in this video. I will see you guys next week. I know I've been teasing the Dark Academia video for a really long time. Keeps getting pushed back because of things, and Goodreads Choice Awards went live, so I wanted to make sure you got this video out this week. Next week we'll do the Dark Academia. I have a couple more things on my sleeve for the Goodreads Choice Awards season. Make sure you are subscribed and you turn notifications on if you want to make sure that you don't miss the longer video that's coming where I'm going to read all 13 of these books and let you know my thoughts on them. One more thing before I go, YouTube does have a new feature that's called hype. I don't know if it's rolled out to everyone yet, but there is an option for you to hype videos. I think you can do like a couple a week. So if you're a big fan and you want to support me and my channel, hyping the video is a really great way to do that. It lets YouTube know that you really like what I'm making. So just wanted to let you guys know that that feature exists. Okay, love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.